Okay, my friends, oh my friends, let's continue the monstrous turnabout investigation day 1. Here we go. Here we go. The monstrous turnabout episode 2. Ebby. We got a, that's a Tengu, right? That's a Ninetales? QB? Oh boy, it's going down. Oh.
Long ago, the nine-tailed fox defeated the evil Tenmataro and sealed the fallen demon away. To this day, it is said that he slumbers even still within the Forbidden Chamber.
The Forbidden Chamber.
Night, Alderman. Sweet dreams.
What the? Dad?
At long last, the revival of Tenmataro is at hand.
Tenmataru? Okay. A few months prior to the courthouse bombing. April 17, 12:13 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. Guess I'm a little early. Oh yeah, Paulo. Getting an early start today? Yeah, this is the first job I had in a while after all. Well, aren't we all fired up? But it's not every day I get a call from Mr. Wright. What kind of work is it anyway? Mr. Wright didn't mention any details. Work, is that how he put it? Don't tell me he just wants me to clean the toilet again. You've really become a picture around here, Apollo. Come think of it. It's been almost a year since I was hired. A lot has happened since then. But absolutely nicely despite a few bumps in the road. My name is Apollo Justice. I've been practicing law for about a year, but I still have a lot to learn. This is the Wright Anything Agency, and it's where I work. Don't let the name fool you. It's definitely a law agency. But don't forget that this place is a talent agency too, Polly. It's the law agency, part of this office that's usually forgotten. This is Trucy Wright, a pudding magician. Not the daughter of the agency's owner, Phoenix Wright. She sometimes makes me help with her magic tricks. What's wrong with that? You're one of the agency's talents as well. I was under the impression that I was a lawyer. Oh, we better hurry. Doesn't look that it's going to make it, so let's get going. Huh? Where are we going? What about the job he mentioned? This is the job, Polly. You're supposed to keep me company today. Now come on. Another day of not being a lawyer. Should have seen this coming. But this is the Wright in the agency, you know. There's no law-related work at the moment, so... Tell me again why I chose to work here. Mary's Mr. Wright anyway. But he said something about going to meet an acquaintance. Don't worry, just focus on your job and I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Well, let's go. We don't have all day. Wait a second. And another day of anything goes begins at the Wright Anything Agency. Ninetales Well. Ninetales Well, Yokai Lane. Phew. So what are we doing away up here in the mountains? This is Ninetales Well. Everyone's been talking about the yokai craze here. Yokai? Oh, you mean Japanese monsters? Guess that explains all these weird things. Speaking of which, wasn't Ninetales Well founded by Japanese immigrants? Yeah, they're holding a festival to boost tourism over at the Alderman's Manor. My friend who works there invited us, that's why we're here. In other words, I'm your chaperone because your dad was too busy. That is said that with those horns of yours, you make a great addition to the festival. I mean, you look just like a Japanese demon. Wasn't that so thoughtful of him, Polly? I could do without thoughtfulness like that. Oh, it's almost time. Come on, Polly. The festival's grounds are this way. Alright. Yes, it's time to move to the QB Manor's garden. QB Manor Garden. Wow, this place is really something. Definitely feels like a different world here. Juicy? Oh. Jinxie! Jinxie? And this is my friend Jinxie Tenma. She's the one who invited us. She just happens to be the maid here. 2 horns, a love of red. Are you a demon? No. I'm Apollo Justice. He's a demon. What the? Be gone! Foul beast! You look great, Polly. Feel us in some of that space on your forehead. What is this thing? It's a warding charm. Jinxie puts them on all the monsters she finds. But I'm not a monster. Maybe I should have told her you're a good demon. Or you could have just say I'm a human. The red demon, emissary of the underworld. I got up early to do my hair for this. Can I take this off now? So you can eat me? I'm not going to eat you. Forgive me, oh terrible one. Tone down your cords of steel, Apollo. You're scaring her out of her wits. Don't worry. I'm already full. Please stay that way. Great, now I'm playing along too. Ninetales Well. So I wanted to ask you about Ninetales Well. Be gone, foul demon! Looks like you have been demonized, Polly, literally. I'm starting to wonder if I really am a demon myself. Please don't eat me. I have food if you're hungry. This isn't working. We won't get anything out of her until we set the record straight. If only we had some way to prove you are not as scary as you look. Ouch, unnecessary roughness. Looks like I have to present some proof. Proof that I'm 100% human. I wanted to show you this. What is it? It's my attorney's badge. You see, I'm not a demon. I'm a lawyer. Really? You're a lawyer? Maybe now she'll stop calling me a demon. Does it protect you from Emma Dio's judgment? Emma Dio's judgment? Who's Emma Dio? I read somewhere that he's the demon lord who punishes the dead for their sins. Uh-oh, I think now she thinks you're a demon lawyer. From hell, Polly. Can I go back to being just a normal demon? Please, please don't boil me in a scalding cauldron. I prefer a Turkish bath if possible. A Turkish bath? Isn't that more sauna than bath? Don't worry, Jinxie. He's a good demon. He'll save you if you ever go astray. Please, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Sir, I have mercy on my soul. I told you I'm not a demon. Juicy, you're just making things worse. You just leave that Emma Dio to me. Isn't that great, Jinxie? I'm no longer scared to cross into the afterlife. Will someone tell these two I'm a human already? Ninetales Well, can we talk to her again now? So Jinxie, I hear this village is the epicenter of the monster craze. Barely anyone had even heard of it before, but now it's packed with tourists. Really? So the monster craze is the reason behind today's festival? It was the alderman's idea, but I'd be careful if I were you. There are lots and lots of yokai prowling about Ninetales Well. Ninetales Well? Prowling about? You mean like wild animals or something? And they're hungry too. Man-eating monsters, and they're all over the place. In fact, there was one at the manor yesterday. I heard the doorbell ring, but when I opened the door, nobody was there. This ding-dong demon. How else could you explain it? Well, when I was a kid, my friends used to play this prank called Ding Dong Ditch. Well, that doesn't prove yokai aren't real. There's even one here at the manor. The demon Tenma Taro? He's imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber. Tenma Taro. The Forbidden Chamber? About that yokai you said was imprisoned here at the manor, is it true? Uh-huh, he's a super evil demon named Tenma Taro. Here, take a look at this scroll. Tenma Taro's the dark demon you see here. He's super evil and super scary. So that's the yokai imprisoned in the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh, he was defeated by the village guardian yokai, the nine-tailed fox, and locked away forever. So, you're saying Tenma Taro is still trapped inside the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh, but he's just biding his time until he can escape. Still, we should be perfectly safe, because there's a really powerful sealing charm on the door keeping it shut tight. What a charming security system. You can keep the scroll if you want. The alderman gave me this, but just holding it gives me the chills, so... thanks, Jinxie. Maybe I'll give this to Mr. Wright. Okay. So I was wondering... Let's go to pick the demon Tenma Taro and the nine-tailed fox. Okay, we got that picture. Are those things on your forehead also foreign jumps, Jinxie? Yes, they're to prevent evil things from getting inside me. Papa told me to wear them. Evil things. Apollo, don't you dare take those charms off her forehead. They have to stay there forever, got it? I wonder what would happen if I did take them off. It's time for me to get back to work. Thanks for inviting us, Jinxie. You're welcome. Oh, and before I forget, there's going to be a surprise event today. Even I don't know what to expect, but it's sure to be fun. Better not be a yokai parade. She'd probably drop dead from fright. What the? Demon! Oh, wait. It's just someone in a suit, right? Tenma Taro! Tenma Taro? The demon from the Forbidden Chamber? Please don't hurt me! Be gone, be gone, be gone! Better watch out, little girl, or I'll snatch you away. Charm, charm, charm! Where's the time? Go to heaven, charm! Oh, she put it on her own forehead this time. She sure gives up quick. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there! You mustn't stare at Tenma Taro like that. Lower your eyes. He'll steal your soul if you are not careful. Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? Your definitely stops here and now, Tenma Taro. Now what? Look, Apollo. There's somebody up on the roof. That booming laugh could be. My 9 golden tails are proof of my unassailable righteousness. With my band of 100 minions, I vanquished evil from the land. I am the wrestler of the righteousness. Yaha! Are you kidding? The golden lord of Yoka, the amazing Ninetales, is here. Fear not, good little boys and girls, for I shall defeat Tenma Taro. It's a wrestler. Hooray, hooray! It's the amazing Ninetales. Up to your no good tricks again, eh, Tenma Taro? Well, not on my watch. Oh. There's nothing to fear now, my child. I have banished Tenma Taro. You and your people can now live in peace. Thank you, Mr. Amazing Ninetales, sir. Now I must be off. Another match and another foe to vanquish await. What was that all about? That wrestler just chased off a yokai. Looked like he came out of the alderman's manor. That was the Amazing Ninetales. He's a pro wrestler from right here in the Ninetales as well. And no one knows his true identity. Jinxie sure seems cheaper all of a sudden. What was all that about him banishing Tenma Taro? It was a yokai exorcism. It's an annual ritual that Tenma Taro is released to remind us of his wickedness. In the end, the Nine-tailed fox drives Tenma Taro out and purifies our village. But the Amazing Ninetales did the honors this year. So that was the big surprise, huh? The Amazing Ninetales and Tenma Taro, huh? Then whatever floats her boat. Oh, would you look at it at the time? I'd better get back to work. Please excuse me. She's a strange one, alright. I think she's sweet in her own special way. Knowing Trucy, she probably has a lot of friends who are sweet in their own way. Well, we still have some time to kill. Might as well see the rest of the Nine Tails well while we're here. The fun never stops, does it? I feel a little bit sleepy right now. I think I bought nearly every yokai souvenir that was for sale. I know, because my wallet's running on empty. What's with all the commotion over there? Huh? Hey, isn't that your friend Jinxie? I hope everything's okay. It's terrible. Calm down, Jinxie. Tell us what happened. The demon Temataro. He killed Alderman QB. What? Wait, killed as in dead? Yes, and Temataro did it. Temataro, you stay here while I go have a look. Please, wait. Huh? Oh, it's a Temataro warding charm. It should protect you, but please, be careful. The alderman's in the fox chamber at the top of the main staircase. Okay, got it. Temataro warding charm. The thing she gave me when I set out for the scene of the crime. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Give me a sec. Ooh, anime scene? Well. I don't think it's, you know... We already saw from who killed them. It's not this old man though. It's not this guy.
Are you alright? Who are you? Help! Someone call an ambulance!
Well, shit. The police are like after that. At which point I returned to the festival grounds. Apparently the man impaled by the spear was already dead. But there's one other person there, and he was immediately rushed to the hospital. Thank goodness the other man's going to be fine. Sounds like he'd only been unconscious. You think Jinxie's going to be okay? I'm sure she'll be back to her old self in no time. At least she's coming enough for the police to question her for now. And I'd sure love to know what crazy animal left those feathers and tracks. Oh look, here comes Jinxie. Hi, Juicy. Hi, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Hiya. Feeling any better? I was wondering if you were up to filling us in on what happened. What happened? So the man with the spear in his chest was already dead? Uh-huh. It was Alderman QB. When I found him, he was already... But the victim was the village alderman. And the one who was found alive? Who was he? Damien Tenma? He's the mayor of the neighboring city, Tenma Town. They arrested him. So, he's the killer? Nah, Papa didn't kill anyone. Papa, as in your father? That's right. Gigi's dad is mayor of Tenma Town. No way. Yes way, but he's innocent. This just got way more complicated. The victim was the alderman of the Nine Tails Well, and Jinxie's father, the mayor of Tenma Town, was arrested for the crime. Sounds like he will have some investigating to do. I know this is difficult, Jinxie, but you need to hang in there. I know, I'll try my best. Would you mind telling me a little more about the victim? The alderman? So the victim was the village alderman. What can you tell me about him? His name was Rex QB. They say his family has ties to the legendary Nine-tailed fox. He was really kind, and he always looked out for me. He was a former pro wrestler, and I even heard he knew the amazing Nine-tails. A former pro wrestler, huh? That's something to keep in mind. With your father being mayor and all, I guess you're originally from Tenma Town, huh? So then why did you come work here? It was to overcome your fears, right, Jinxie? Plus Mama was from Nine Tails Well, so she's no longer with us. She loved these flowers. I always wanted to live where Ninetales flowers grew. Wow, what a beautiful flowers. With exactly 9 petals too. Just looking at them gives me courage even when I'm scared of yokai. Okay. Okay, you first tell us what happened. You said the killer was a demon. Following Ninetales' veil, it seems it boosts Jinxie's courage because it was her mother's favorite. The warding charm on the Forbidden Chamber's door. It's been removed. Forbidden Chamber's door. That big door was barred shut. There wasn't a charm on it when I checked it out, so I guess it was removed by someone. That's how Tematara escaped. Oh. But when I try and remember what happened, it all goes fuzzy. Jinxie, you should go get some rest. You've been through a lot today. Between the warding charm being removed and the black feathers and weird tracks, I could see how a superstitious person might think a demon was the killer. Apollo, maybe this is your chance. Chance for what? To do the right thing and defeat Jinxie's dad in court. I mean defend. Defend, not defeat. Who, me? Wouldn't a man like Mayor Tema have access to more experienced lawyers? You wanna know what the detective said? They doubted there was a lawyer who could get a not guilty verdict in this one. Sounds like they're expecting an open and shut case. Don't worry, Jinxie. If anyone can prove your dad's innocent, it's Polly. What? You accept the case, won't you, Polly? It's all over, isn't it? I'll be all alone for the rest of my life. Alright. Jinxie's already lost her mother. Alright. Jinxie, leave your father's defense to me. Attaboy, Polly. You gonna help Papa, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Yep, because that's what lawyers do. Plus, no toilet cleaning for a while. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure your father walks away a free man. Thank you, Mr. Demon Lawyer. I can tell you're one of the good ones. Red demons are usually so mean. It's been a while since, but I'll be fine. But you're not. Here comes justice! Yes, I don't go and meet my new client. But before I forget, better jot this down in my notebook. Hey Apollo, what's the notebook for? I just thought I should jot this down some stuff about the case. And so I don't misplace them, I'm putting my notes in the court record. This is what you would call a to-do list. Oh, okay. Oh, sounds handy. To read my notes, I just open the court record with R, then I can switch between the tabs and use it. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. So about Jinxie's father. No matter how scared he seems, promise me you'll resist the urge to run away. Wait, what? Wait, what? His angry glare can paralyze you with fear. And some claim he can even shoot lasers beam from his eyes. Yeah, maybe Papa isn't really that scary. Paralyzing stare? Laser beams from his eyes? He sounds like some kind of monster. I think it's about time I see Jinxie's up. I'll head back to the office after I'm done. Okay, thanks. Go meet my client. Visiting hours, perfect timing. Hope he's not as scary as he sounds. His head is full. Who are you? Yikes! So you're Damon Tenma, right? I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. I'm here to help. Huh? Let me out of here. Sorry. I get a little loud sometimes. How incredibly rude. I'm sorry. Did I do something to offend you? A visitor when all others shun me like a common criminal, and here I am with nothing to offer. I am the epitome of rude. Wait, so he wasn't mad at me? Unworthy as I am, Damien Tenma, shall breach these walls, so that I may treat my benefactor to some tea and maybe some cookies too. No, wait, we can do tea and cookies after we prove your innocence? How about you start by telling me what happened? I see. So tea and cookies can wait, can they? Whew, that was close. We don't need jailbreak and add it to the list of charges. Seems like a good guy. But with a face like that, I can see why he's misunderstood. Mayor Tenma, do you mind if I ask why you were arrested? Gah. Whoa. Sorry, I guess some things are better left unsaid. Bah. Excuse me? To think a public paragon such as I could be treated like this. This arrest should have never happened. Go on. I fear the ill effects it will have on our youth. Now I have but one choice. I must leave here at once, if only to protect the moral fiber of our youth. No, wait. You can protect the moral fiber of your youth after you've been declared not guilty? I suppose you're right. Phew, our youth has just came this close to quite a scare. My fingerprints were on the spirit that killed Alderman QB, that's why I was arrested. Your prints were on the murder weapon? That's never good. Any idea how they got there? None, for I hardly remember a thing, you see. I was fast asleep at the time. Someone must have slipped me a sleeping pill or something. What's worse, somebody clobbered me on the head. I see, a drug-induced slumber and a blow to the head? No wonder you hardly remember a thing. Huh? Was that some kind of strange laugh? But I think we could safely assume your prints were planted while you were unconscious. Why do you police have you as far as a motive is concerned? Truth be told, there's been a bit of a trouble between the alderman and I as of late. Oh, was it the personal in nature? Nothing like that, it's a long story. But suffice to say, I've been pushing to merge Ninetales Well with Tenma Town. Surrender Ninetales Well to Tenma Town now! Yikes. That's what I told him. I'd like to tell you to stop shining like that, but I'm too scared. So, that's the motive the police have established for the Alderman's murder. Indeed it is. After all, Alderman Kippy was dead set against a municipal merger. That's why they think you killed him and he was in your way. Ugh. Curses! Mr. Mayor? Mayor Tenma, are you okay? Jinxie, forgive me. I never meant to worry you like this. It'll work out like this. It'll work out fine. Just leave it to me. If only it really were that easy. I don't even know where to start. Thank you for meeting me, Mr. Mayor Tenma. Please wait. My daughter, Jinxie. Yes? She's already lost her mother. Now with me being held in here, I fear she'll be terribly sad, lonely. I hesitate to ask, but I beg you be a friend to her in her time of need. Leave it to me. Trucy and I will look out for your daughter. I shall rest a little easier then. You know, you remind me of some of the new friends she has been talking about. New friends? Yes, it seems she made some new friends since she started working in Ninetales Well. They're quite the unusual bunch too. There's a lady with an exceptionally long neck, a young lad with an incredibly long tongue, and many other interesting characters. Friends? Sounds like more like a bunch of monsters to me. Now if you would excuse me, please my time. Why am I yawning like this? Whew, why am I so tired? I must have been more tense than I thought. Still, I'm glad that he didn't turn out to be as scary as he looks. Call? Oh, it's Mr. Wright. This fucking ringtone. Really? This freaking ringtone they added here? Justice here. Apollo, is that you? Hi, Mr. Wright. What can I do for you? Trucy told me you've taken on a new case. Oh, it was kind of spur of the moment. He's actually calling me about a case. It's fine, but I have a favor to ask. Sure, what is it? I'm at the airport right now. There was someone I had to meet. A new addition to the agency, actually. Her name's Athena Sykes, and she just passed the bar. That's right. I remember hearing about her coming to join us. Guess what? That was today. She took off as soon as I told her you needed help with a case. It's like there was no stopping her. Wait, what? Where's she now? Probably somewhere in Ninetales Well by now. That's where that bay where I mentioned comes in. I need you to go find her. But I've never even met her before. What does she even look like? She'll be the girl in the yellow suit sporting an attorney's badge. Okay, I'll find her. A new addition to the agency. Well, I better get back to Ninetales Well quick. I already told you I'm a lawyer assigned to the case. I need to study the crime scene, so if you would please tell me where the QB Manor is. You can't fool me, you are just some delinquent high school student playing hooky. You stupid big-headed. This attorney's badge? This is just for show, you know. Looks like I just found Miss Athena's guys. See, don't you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you in court if you ever get arrested. Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school? I already told you I'm a lawyer, not a student. That's it, enough of your lies. You're coming with me. Ah! Oh, get your hands off me! Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Okay, well... No, rip! Think you can watch out for the bystanders next time? Oops, are you okay? Think so, but that police officer's out of cold. I'm so sorry. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something. Reflex? Sound more like a felony. You're Tina Sykes, I take it? That would be me, and you are? I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Wright Anything Agency. The Wright Anything Agency? What a fishy sounding name. It's a long story, but it is a law office among other things. Did Mr. Wright explain it to you? Alright, that's right. So then you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. I could just say the same thing to you. Well, here I am now. How about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much, as always. Oh, of course. Feel free to ask away. So did I hear you just passed the bar? That's right, and here's my shiny new badge to prove it. It's beautiful. Oh, so you must be a bit younger than me. Hehehe, a bit more than you might think is bad. I'm only 18! 18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age? I skipped a few grades while I was on an exchange student in Europe, and I got my license to practice law while I was over there. All I can say is, wow, she must be a genius or something. I also studied analytical psychology. I thought it might help me be a better lawyer. Psychology helps her be a better lawyer? How exactly does that work? Tell me about our client. What are they like? Alright, you haven't met him yet. Well... And that about sums it up. He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father. Wait, are you crying? I'm not crying. There was something in my eye. They're called tears. Moving right along. Let's get down to business by helping our client's priority number one. Oh my god, what the hell am I so yawny? So Athena, you mentioned sometimes studying psychology, physiology. That's right, I always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. The power of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air to the legal system. Oh really? So how do you plan on using to defend our client? Well, for example, I can try to listen in on a witness' inner voice, then analyze their psychological state with the help of my trusty partner, Richard. With your eyes around my neck here. Say hi, Richard. Hi, Richard. It talks? Whoa, you need a volume knock. Anyway, the little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Now that is seriously doubt. Now that I seriously doubt. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. Got on my way here. Think it might have something to do with arcades. Special edition covering arcades. That was quick. The whole point of special editions isn't it to be the first to get the scoop, Rapido? Right. Let's see what it says here. What's the deal with the Spanish? Temataro real flight of fans at airborne flight. Curiously resembling Temataro was captured on camera around 3:40 p.m. near Ninetales Way. Temataro was seen he was seen flying through the sky. Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetales Wells. The article goes on to say it might be connected to our case. Apparently, that photo was a shot right after the murder occurred. Well, there are black feathers and strange drugs and crime here. I'm not surprised the local thinks the yokai was involved. Wait a second. Yokai is one of those Japanese monsters? Thank God, you don't actually think it was supernatural murder, do you? No, of course not. Now German? I'm not playing all English. Andale, Apollo, let's get cracking on that crime scene already. Okay, what's next on the... Okay. Ah. You know what I'm missing here? Oh. Oh. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look. There's a TV in that little room in the corner. In other words, in other news, the mysterious marked masked wrestler at the Amazing Ninetales has been confirmed missing according to sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event held in Ninetales. Well, today, he also failed to appear at the match today where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers are saying his disappearance may be connected with Terra's recent escape. So that wrestler gone missing. Hey, you two, you don't belong in here. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious. What about them? They're the horns of yours. They look mighty suspicious if you ask me. Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, your lawyers and Mayor are here to you're them lawyers even to come defend Mayor Tema, ain't you? Sure, I reckon we got that expensive looking bracelet you got there. The name is Phineas Fletch. I'm the caretaker here, pleased to meet ya. I'm Sam here. Wow, talk about quick change of heart. Tell me, demon lawyer, betcha used them demonic horns of yours to scare the beecheebers out of weakness, huh? Witnesses, come here, you little horn demon, you. Youch! These horns, eh? And me, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone. They ain't. Seems a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, did none of my business, so... the man was fast. This is none of my business. We better get back to work.
Hold it!
Oh, stop right there. Huh, me? Polo, your place is gone. Huh? You stole it! Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer's share. I'll check the lost and found later. Somehow I don't think that will be necessary. Just check your wrist right now. Oh, that cat's out of the bag. It was barely in the pack in the first place. That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. She's almost not feeling sorry for him now. What should we do about him, Apollo? I got my present back and he seems sorry enough, so you understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You absolutely got a big heart. And as big as the Watto crash in your wallet, I hope, hehehe. You my wallet out of this. Oh. Hey, didn't you just finish the apology for stealing from us? Run away, run away! Head for the hills! Get back here, you! Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's of the crime scene. And here's one of the foyer. He left his shoes behind too. The guy's the living definition of a bumbling thief. Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I said we keep them. They look something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Now then, as I recall, Flowers Caretaker's office, okay. We found Fox Chamber, should be at the top of those stairs. Fox Chambers, huh? Whoa! Where did all these black feathers have weird tracks came from? The popular opinion seems to be that they're from Temataro. You mean the Grand Evil has been returned? If he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse. It threatened him. Hey, who are you and what are you waiting for here? This is a crime scene. And who are you and are you with the police? I asked first, who are you and what are you doing here? And a second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Oh, I'm under arrest? What? Save it for the boys back at the HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch. Please wait. We are Mayor Tim's lawyers. Well, why did you just say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. Boy. I almost took you two you two should be suspicious though. I don't know how many smart songs I can take being called suspicion one day. Sorry, we didn't catch your name. I'm Bobby Fulbright. The heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you are in need. My catchphrase is, it's injustice we trust. Oh boy, this guy's a story and a half. So what can I do for you? So it would be okay if we had a look around. Currently not. No, not unauthorized personnel allowed. Couldn't you make an exceptional? Seize and desist at once, or you have to deal with my little friend here. Oh, yeah, he's reaching for his justice we trust. Detective. Phew, it's just his badge. You may be a Mayor Tima's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross a police line. Hello, let's see if we can change his mind. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. He's as defense as he rose scum. Persuasion. Wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice keeping injustice. That would be you at bay. I knew it. Look, there's just us and you here, right? Justice and me, you say. That's right. Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out? What? No, silly. We are saying that you are an inspiration in our quest for justice. No, it can't be real. You have him under the ropes now, Tina. If we are outside the justice, would you let us through? But guarding the crime scene is a part of justice too? Sure, but only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right? Ugh. Whose justice is the most just here? We can't have a fair just trial without a big thorough investigation, so... oh, Lady Justice. What would you have me do? I think we really got to him. Yes, seems pretty neurotic as far as the champions of justice go. Alright, let me have a bathroom break. Alright. Now's a chance to start looking around. After all that talk about a authorized person only, this was surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them go through? Whose justice is more just? Well, let's get to work. You're supposed to be finding clues that relate to a crime, right? Right. A search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence we can use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles. You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? Wait. But how do we go changing our perspective? Touch the arrows on the bottom screen or press left or right on touch. Okay. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap. Okay. Let's leave no stone unturned. Nose alone, commencer. Let's get started. Ooh, okay. Wow, this is a pricey looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. Really? Yeah, when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakenings. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about. That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Ma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Well, it's up to us to save him. It's like she's on her own emotional roller coaster. This is where Alderman Cupid's body was found. Apparently, the murder weapon, a spear, had made Tema's print on it. That's not good. Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here. Yikes. Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... In the name of justice, I must say goodbye. What was that all about? There's something wedged under this chair. Let's see if we can lift it up and... Freeze! Yikes! No disturbing the crime scene evidence. If you are the mayor's lawyers, you just have a point there. Hey, Detective Fulbright, did you hear about the attack at Cobra and Yoka Lane? I hear an elder woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of glass. And you wait till now to tell me? I better get over there at once, and justice we trust. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more. The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weakness. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large bloodstained cloth. Blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. I wonder how it got here. And why does this seem important? Forbidden Chamber. They said the demon Temataro was imprisoned in there before his escape. Think we could get this door open. It's worth a try. No good. It's shut tight. It's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. Injustice we trust? Yikes. Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. You have tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manner, so we can't blow it up either. So no unopenable door, right? According to Miss Jinxie Tema, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene. Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful. Oh, forget I just said that. So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Sounds like something I'd better keep in mind. Oh! What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Temataro battling it out. Hey, careful, Apollo, it's got blood on it. Really? Hey, you're right. Wonder if it's the alderman's blood. How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood? Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so no fun at all. Please act surprised or crossed out or something for my first case. Or you're a lawyer, you want me to be an actor too? What is that to... Hey, this window opens. Interesting. This window opens, huh? Now outside we have ourselves a steep cliff. The window only opens up at 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo, there's something caught in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. Must be from some kind of animal. I wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman QB have a pet? Fox? The amazing nine-tails. It's yellow, man. Golden fur. Very interesting. Guess that's about wraps it up. But we hope we could get that detective to tell us what he knows. Some fur that was found at the scene of the crime. It's long and soft and appears to be from some sort of animal. Hey, Apollo, do you hear something? I don't hear anything. Like, what are we supposed to hear? Alright, your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine. What are you talking about? A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. The echo of someone's voice. In justice we trust! Ha ha ha, someone's got a sharp set of ears. That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct. I heard it through the air ducts? Yeah, check it out. Why would she hear you through there? Why don't we go to a diagram? As you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads out in the hallway. Hey, the wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears. What a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made the escape through that air duct or something. Yeah, cute theory, but I don't think so. That the air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into. That much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. I highly doubt that there is any way to get up there without a ladder or something. I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you? I guess you're right. Speaking of things in this room, yeah. Can you tell us what you guys turn up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy. In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. Oh, come on. Throw us a bone here. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever you were in need. Yeah, I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of the enemy hands is also a form of justice. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard? Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is a part of the justice too, right? You know, like the police motto, to serve and protect. I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. Yes, of course. I must serve and well as protect. Okay, I will share some information. In the name of justice. We did it, Apollo. Yeah, we did it alright, but I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. Details of the case. Was it Miss Jinxie Tenma who first discovered the crime scene? That's right. And this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key allowing her immediate access. Key, so then the Fox chamber was locked? Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door. Really? So Alderman Kiwi didn't have a key to the Fox chamber? Actually, he had a master key for most of the doors in the manor, but disappeared after his murder. Disappeared. You think the killer took it? It could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now. But it's the timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you. You think you're some kind of a champion of justice, but you're just a plain old man. I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls. Shameless rascal? Who even says that? Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either. Crime photo. Full of the Fox chamber, there are bloody footprints and black feathers scattered on top of the blood. Okay. Feathers and tracks. Those feathers and tracks look like how you're gonna leave behind. Was some sort of monster, you. What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looks like that creature did it. Our prime suspect would no doubt love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature. Can Tenma, what shall Ma call it, even be made a victim of slander? I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman. The most likely scenario so far is that Tenma guy left the feathers and the tracks behind to make it look like the old guy Tenma was the killer. Wait, what? Now I'm as confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma would plant evidence like that. So Mayor Tenma is your only suspect. That's right, even his name Damien Tenma makes him sound like a villain. And he's really scary looking too. Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested? Don't be ridiculous. He was the only one without an alibi. Oh, is that so? Yup, other than the victim, the suspect, and Miss Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Flitch and Mayor Tenma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time. Filch. The guy who tried to steal my bracelet? Just living up to his name, I guess. We should go talk to him again when we have a chance. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all. She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. Some phantom ball that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear? True enough, that spear looks even bigger than her. That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit it. Damien Tema appears to be the most likely suspect. I mean, it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it. Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor. The prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tema's trial. That's the one. He's, how should I put it, not what you expect. That is, unless you have faced a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before. What the? Is this some kind of joke? Prosecution? And I asked why my man in prison for murder is serving as a prosecutor? Because he's mastered the use of psychology in courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature. A yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're balloony. Who's better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job. But he's a convicted murderer. No matter how you look at it, that's just insane. And the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in the position to question the matter. This really is the dark age of the law. This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Black Quill, would he? Bingo! Simon Black Quill. So you have heard of him. Simon Black Quill, huh? You could say that. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Prosecutor Black Quill. The Twisted Samurai. Is that because he's a criminal? Yeah, yes and no. You could say it also has to do with the effect his crime had on things. How so? This conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law. What? And he of all people is going to stand in court tomorrow? You never fear, I myself will be there to protect you. That's reassuring, I guess. Well, you kids, knock yourself out. Can't wait to see how you do tomorrow. Hey, Detective Fulbright, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? Wait, is he barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off. Oh, I haven't even noticed. Why am I barefoot? You honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Wait a second, those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they? Yes, they are. My favorite pair, in fact. Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice. Well... Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole from a detective. Stealing the shoes right off someone's feet? That's pretty amazing. I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice. It looks like we are kind of all we can out of the detective, so let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is. Okay, give me a second. Uno des, my friends. Alright. This is just awful. It's terrible, I say. Somebody help. Oh, look, it's Mr. What was it again? Finch. No. The name is Filch. Phineas Filch. Keep on pilfering and you may wind up on a jailbird instead. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch? Are you just terrible? Terrible? I tell you, come quick. Okay, what's the deal with him all of a sudden? Mask. Looks like some kind of mask. It's the Amazing Ninetales mask. The Amazing Ninetales. Alright, the wrestler who appeared during the festival special event. What's his mask doing here? He'd never take off his mask like this. Someone must have killed him. What? Who would do such a thing? Let's go talk about it in private. Look. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. White hair, I know who it is now, man. I mean, white hair in the mask? Okay, the Amazing Nine Tails has to be, you know, Rex QB. Unless I'm wrong. So what makes you believe that the Amazing Nine Tails has been murdered? You really wanna know, eh? You're studious one India. Bum 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 bum. Yes, I mean no. I mean just tell me please. But it's like this. I dream of becoming a wrestler myself. Hey, how about you join me in the quest with the champion's belt? What a team. Me in my bandage mask and you in the demon mask to viewers. Demon mask. Wonder if I could make it big. Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial. Huh? Oh no. I wasn't actually. Why did I let him pull me off topic like that? Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Nine Tails murder already. The Amazing Nine Tails is our village's savior, and don't you forget it. These trademarks gold cape make to look like nine foxtails. He whirls through the ring and smacking down Tematown wrestler left and right. He sparked the monster race, revitalizing Nine Tails well in the blink of an eye. He have saved our village from becoming a ghost town. That's your yokai town. Huh? The Amazing Nine Tails really does sound well amazing. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero. Around here. I'm proud to be from the same village as him. Don't think of it, you look kind of monster like yourself, Mr. Filch. Does it make sense since you are from the same village as the Amazing Nine Tails? I know. Other people have told me I look like a yokai. Since when was that a compliment? Ouch! What's the big idea? Hehehe, check your pocket. Hey, how did you do that? Keep it, I got lots more. Pull off the hero, spark the monster craze, and save Nine Tails well from becoming a ghost town. So you keep saying that the Amazing Nine Tails was killed. What's the story behind that? So one is it TC? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up along the river outside? That's only part of it. The main reason is no one sees him since the special event. The world around Nine Tails well is he was killed by Temataro. You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you? But we love conspiracy theories too, like the mayor's diabolical plot. The mayor? Oh, Tematown. What is he plotting? Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Temataro. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber and once he's in control. Squirtle? I ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor. Our hero, the Amazing Nine Tails. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tematown and stop the municipal merger. Municipal? I could make this stuff up if I tried. Apollo, we still have to ask him about the Alderman's murder, remember? Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us what you were doing at the time of the murder? I was in the caretaker office guarding the entrance like Mr. Kibi said I should. And I made a double sure no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work. Must be talking about the small room in the upper right, caretaker's office. Definitely looks like you can keep track of their comings and goings from there. You have an alibi to back your statement up, Mr. Filch? I do indeed. I was with Mayor Tema's aide. Florent Labelle as his name. So the two of you were together. That's pretty sound alibi, alright. Nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder. Kept watch here the whole time. They didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did that, the security camera would have spotted them. So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So, do you think this mask is the real deal? Without doubt, this here's the mask worn by the amazing Ninetales. What about that white hair I found inside the mask? Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask? Exactly, yes. Very, very yes. Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. In this place, this mask at the crime scene at some point in time. Which means... What does this mean? Someone with white hair who is linked with the murder and is against the merger? No way. Could the amazing Ninetales and the Alderman actually be? Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something since she works here. Is she here? Oh look, there's Jinxie. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. A charm to make a better milkshake and another to cure my lactose intolerance. Maybe she should just stick to the soy milk. Jinxie hates me. It's the demon lawyer app. Not another wording charm. I'm Apollo. Who is she? Alright, this is your first time meeting each other. Yeah, this lady is this Jinxie Mayor Tema's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello, my name is Tina Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you too. Where's Juicy? She went back to the office ahead of us. But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case. Wait, how do I know you didn't... That you didn't gobble her up alive? Relax, I didn't eat her up. And I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Juicy. I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself. She's quite an interesting character, huh, Apollo? She sure is. Juicy, do you remember any more of what happened? Not much, at least not yet. But you do think Tema Taro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival? I don't know anything about that. Huh? But you said Tema Taro murdered the alderman. It's okay, Jinxie. You can tell me... Yikes, what was that for? People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as a monsters. There's no such things as monsters. How? What's got into her? So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human? No, you're still demon. You're still demon? Oh, I gave up. Seems like she doesn't want to talk about Tema Taro for some reason. But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she never thought there was a yokai there in the Fox Chamber. Oh, give me a sec, guys. Okay. You can see about this charm? That's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tema Taro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? That's true. But... If there's anything else you could tell us, it will really help. And it will help your father too. Alright then. Temataro did it? Why do you think Temataro is the killer? I saw him with my own eyes. Temataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison and ran right by me. What? Shinji, tell us everything you saw. I called the police after I stumbled on that scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Temataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear, but there was no one around to help me. Then the foul beast raced right by me towards the foyer. Mr. Filch and Mr. Lebel was supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Temataro too. Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Shinji's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone had caught Temataro flying through the air. Wonder if it's the same Temataro Jinxie says she saw. Don't be ridiculous. Temataro is the killer, and he can fly too? Jinxie works at the Balderman's Manor, so maybe she can check something. So no one knows the amazing Ninetales' true identity. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask. Doesn't that make you want to know even more? That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular. Wait, you mean exposed, as in strip them naked? You mean think like a demon? The only thing the Witner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation as a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this match didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it. No one can stop the amazing Ninetales. Bet she'd be shocked to find out he's really the alderman. What the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime? Anything else stand out? Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Can you be a little more specific? My memory is kind of fuzzy. But I vaguely recall seeing Temataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Temataro usually carry a staff? Good question. I never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll. How about in other card documents? Any of them show Temataro with a staff? This is only one document depicting Temataro. After all, those who needless depict the demon are forever cursed. Then what's the deal with the Temataro you saw, Jinxie? Interesting. So they're gonna show me what Temataro looks like. It seems those who foolishly chose to depict him are cursed. If Agnes can come the demon in the hallway near the crime scene, she says it fled towards the foyer. You tell me you saw Temataro earlier. During the scene and calling the police, they passed each other at the bend in the hall as he made the fall for the mayor. He was carrying stuff like Inopent Tachingo. She couldn't call for help because there was no one else in the hall. Actually, Mr. Lebel told me not to tell. Mr. Lebel? That was at 8. Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime. What exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstitions in mind before you go talking about seeing Temataro at the time of the crime. Village superstitions? They say you must not gaze upon Temataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Temataro will claim your soul. That's something everyone here knows. Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. Everyone's from babies to the village elders know about it. But I did it because I'm not from around here. Hey, come think of it. Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there, you mustn't stare at Temataro like that. Lower your eyes. You'll steal yourself if you're not careful. Huh? Shield my soul, seriously? They got the special event thing set to almost the exact same thing. Polo, do you think this Elabella guy actually believes in Temataro? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from the Nine Tails Well. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Good question. I think we better go have a word with him. Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. The last time I saw Mr. Labello, he was relaxing in the foyer. Foyer it is then. We're the next stop, the Manor Foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. Lebel. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody's left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. What's a TV program, guide? Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match. Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's Oh, Mr. Village. What can we do for you? I bet she was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. But what business do you got with my TV listings? Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yeah, it was a match between a couple of ranked amateurs though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that. I seriously doubt that. Village TV program got Telltale afternoon wrestling match was a total disaster. I forgot there's something I wanted to ask him. 3. Mr. Village, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Temataro or something like that? Huh? Temataro? So you did see him. How clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you shine it up every day, real pretty, like the ladies must love it. Don't change the subject, and for your information, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Shinji said she saw Temataro flee towards the foyer, so you must have seen him too if you were here. Yipes! Well, wow, I really pushed the button there, and well, did you see anything or not? Hold it. Okay, yeah, this guy's the killer, man. This guy's the killer right here. That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Yipes, forgive me for being pestered, sir. Lebel, right? And you are? I'm Florent Lebel. He's the killer. Bill Divine and personal aid to Mayor Damien Tenma. Bill Divine, more like Yokai Grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you. What the heck was that for? It was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Jesus Lebel. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Oh, what a heavenly sin. Oh, I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. I suppose such scent would be difficult for a patient to appreciate. I'll have you know that is a brand number 5 Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of audio so I can return the favor? Enough about the cologne. Please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. Keeping Shinji quiet. I hear you're the one who told Shinji not to mention that she saw Temataro. Why, that little... So she told you she saw the demons, did she? Mr. Lebel, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Temataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Well, you are real and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking. So, Mr. Lebel, you didn't see Temataro? Oh! Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas? That's right, I didn't say nothing, especially not Timataro. As for me, I only see things of beauty. That's why I can barely see you. I've got 2 words for this guy, Tolo Freak. Your alibi? Your alibi? Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you like to hear my alibi. See, the thing you suspect me of all people. Oh no, it's just a formality. We ask everyone. Ah, how dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight. Like that spritz really help. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchi. Answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were in this here foyer. Exactly. Good answer, Filch. Good answer. Just repeating what Chat told. Ouch, you said quite enough. Oh, what is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. This guy is sauce, man. We know who's the killer now. Alright, well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer but didn't see Timataro. Come along, Filchi. Where are we going? Alright, gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yikes! My eyes! You could dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. What does he mean, practice statement? Now if you would excuse me, if you would excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. Labella seems unusually preoccupied with Timataro. Really? How can you tell? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotion from the tone of their voice. Maybe you have good ears. Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice. And my ears can pick up even on the softest of tones for some reason. That's an interesting skill, but what do you mean he's preoccupied with Timataro? Not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Timataro. That's what I picked up from his voice. Anyway, everywhere we turn, it's Timataro this, Timataro that. Should go talk to the mayor too. Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Timataro. Something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Timataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst... Oh, he's here. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Taro. Oh yes, I look forward to working with you too. Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. Apollo, he's just as kind, as gentle looking as I imagine. Lucky for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Timataro free. What other nonsense? Yikes. They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you. A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? What he really needs to work on are his people skills. Timataro's revival. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger through in order to release Timataro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Sorry if I offended you. So that's the talk around town, is it? I can see how that would make you angry. What if Jinxi's schoolmates start teasing her about this? Huh? I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson. No, wait. First, we have to get you a not guilty verdict. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Dad is coming to save you. Relax, we'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself? Oh boy, they probably calling the SWAT team if he showed up at her school. Alright, I had to ask about the reason behind the merger. Why the merger? It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for this municipal merger. Did you really want Ninetales Wild that badly? Yes, but it's quite an attractive price in terms of tourism. Wait. Am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deem it necessary. I knew it. My bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Mayor Tema may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way! You can do that? Wait, so you believe me just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too, her special sense of hearing. Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about? I don't know. It's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelet has last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Let's first attach my bracelet by X. Right, now let's give it a whirl. Perceive! Yes, remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now Mayor Tema was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a sudden habit made himself glitched under his right eye. Just have to shift my viewpoint up and focus on that area. Alright, I got him now. His tick should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Gotta pour over every word he says and wait for his tick to appear. When it does, I perceive. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Gotcha!
Gotcha! Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking to merge with the Ninetales as well? I already told you, tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, make it quite the price. You really don't trust us, do you? What are you talking about? The village has been a hot property since the monster craze started, has it not? I think you have yet to realize what you're saying contradicts the facts. You say that the monster craze really revitalized the Ninetales well, so you felt it would be an attractive price for its tourism, but that would be contradict this.
Take that!
This evidence proves you're not being entirely truthful of ours. Sorry, I take it all back. Oh, forgive me, there was a fly that was driving me crazy. That's how he deals with flies. I hate to see him when he's really angry. So you think I'm not being entirely truthful? Yes, sir. This guy's seriously scary. Do you have yet to realize that what you are saying contradicts the facts? Sinatias, wait, it's not the right one? Wait, what? You say that as well as booming thanks to the monster craze? Okay, it's thanks to this though, actually. The monster craze at night as well is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. You see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive price for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Tema Town with the Ninetales well, huh? Well, why the merger? Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her from what? I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Shinji dies. What? How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know, but whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Alderman QB was immensely popular, so you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. What? Why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protest won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Oh, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity, and his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do his secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. Okay, I guess we have the present. Hey, Tema, please take a look at this if you would. That's the Amazing Nine Tails mask. What is the meaning of this? This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene, and there was some white hair inside. White hair, you say? There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day. What? What are you saying? You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the Amazing Nine Tails himself? No way! The Alderman was impossible! Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler. The blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity. Did I just say that? But yeah, the Amazing Nine Tails was a threat to a blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing at this crime scene? Happening an event at the manor. Maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it, if you get my drift. This is absurd. Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you? Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I'd been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it suddenly vanished. Blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we have clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tema, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned. Now, we know who it is. It's freaking Lebel. Apollo, do you really think the Tema Taro that Shinji saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tema Taro to do that dirty work? Oh come on, there wasn't any Tema Taro to release in the first place. Yes, but the only suspect the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. I better because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be one doozy of a trial. To be continued. You okay, Athena? You've been really anxious ever since we got here. I'm just excited. This is my first real court case after all. Yeah, a real ball of excitement she is. Not just what she needs. Tina! Did you ever learn about indoor and outdoor voices? I'm just trying to show you the best way to relive your pre-trial cheaters. But scaring the daylights out of me? No, I find that shouting "I'm fine" in a loud voice really relieves stress. It's part of my Courts of Steel voice workout, and a must before every trial. You want me to shout here? That's right, here. I'll go first, then you try. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine. Alright, I'm Athena Sykes, and I'm fine. I think that actually worked. I thought it might help. Always works for me. An old friend of mine from junior high, and I say it all the time. I see, a proven remedy to calm the soul. I like it. Hey, how about we finish off with a race around the courthouse? The point is to relieve stress, not to get totally exhausted. What's with all the rocket, you two? Ah, Mr. Wright. Hehe, just a little voice workout. Hey, what's with the suit? Oh, this? I was thinking about getting my attorney's badge back. That's all. That's all? It's huge news. But why now? I have a feeling I'll be needed in the courtroom again at some time soon. We can talk about that another time. Lauren LaBelle, man. No fair. In the court minds we want to know. Wow. I'm so used to seeing him in his usual laid-back clothes. That suit makes him look like $1 million. By the way, have you heard about the prosecutor assigned to this case? Yeah, he's serving time, but before that he was a prosecutor. He's also used psychology. That's right. I heard the rumors about how he was back before his conviction. Using the power of suggestion, he could make even the most stalwart defendants to confess. Psychology in the courtroom? Been hearing a lot about that lately. So he must be a pretty scary guy, considering he's a prison inmate and all. So they say. They also say he'll cut you down if you talk too much. I knew it was gonna be bad news. It's probably just hyperbole. At least I hope for your sake. Wait, so is it true or not? Let's just say you should be concise and choose your words carefully. If you'd like to keep that head of yours attached to the rest of your body, that is. Yikes! Better tone down my cords of steel too. So are you all ready? It might be a good idea to check the court record again before stepping into the ring. Right, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine. I'll be watching from the gallery. Good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's do this. The odds of pulling this off are ridiculously low, but that's nothing new. Believe in our client. Seek the truth, that's all we can do. Hang in there, Mayor Tenma. Here comes justice. Here comes the justice, baby. Courtroom number 4, baby. Court is in session for the trial of the Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice Defense Team Leader is ready, Your Honor. I know that big booming voice anywhere. As cheap as ever, Mr. Justice. Oh, but who is the young lady next to you? Martina Sykes, Mr. Justice's junior partner and a fresh out of law school. Well now, full of beans too, eh? Excellent. Makes an old man feel young again. Now for the prosecution. It appears the prosecution is not ready yet. Therefore, I shall explain just a minor procedural complication, Your Honor. The prosecutor for this case is being escorted from prison as we speak. Prison? Oh yes, of course. I almost forgot that he's currently serving time. Oh.
Yup, Prosecutor Blackwell's an inmate.
Blackwell. Jesus. Oh well.
But even a convicted murderer still got a job to do and duties to perform.
Oh boy. Damn, he looks intense. He looks very intense. Who's that with his back to us over there? That's him, I'm sure of it. Prosecutor Blackquill. Is the prosecution ready? Enough jabbering. Get on with it already. Of course, forgive me. Why are all the people related to this case so scary? Very well, Prosecutor Blackquill. Your opening statement, if you please. What's the matter? Must we continue to fritter away time like this? It is alright there in the indictment. An opening statement would be pointless. Pointless? Oh, well, looks like the cat, or in this case, the prosecutor has the judge's tongue. But we need an opening statement as an overview of the case at hand. Well then, you are boldness. If it's so very important, why don't you do the honors? Who? Me? There's a term for people who whine and was about how they need silly, useless things. And then decide they no longer want them or want them once it's theirs. A selfish old fool. Huh? Wait, was that the prosecution's opening statement? Although darts, such as you are a plague upon the young, I pity your bored grandchildren, or is it great grandchildren? He's roasting him. All these years, I thought the opening statement was the prosecutor's job. But I suppose I could give it a try. Might be a nice change of pace. What? He actually fell for that? That must have been the power of suggestion Mr. Wright was talking about. The opening statement, huh? Let's see here. The victim was one Rex QP, alderman of the Nine-Tailed Whales, and the defendant Damien Tenma, mayor of the Tenma town, is accused of this murder. And why, pray tell, was the mayor arrested? His prints were on the murder weapon, plus he had the motive, the elimination of the biggest roadblock to the municipal merger. The caretaker of the secretary, other potential suspects both have alibis. And his daughter, who was also in the vicinity at the time of the incident, has no motive. So in a nutshell, I have to say the charges against the defendant are incontrovertible. Bravo, your boldness. Your years of experience shine bright like your head. Ho ho ho, flattery will get you everywhere. He's playing Simon Says with the judge. Moving right along now, let's hear from our first witness for today, Detective Fulbright. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I am the detective assigned to this case. Bobby Fulbright. Oh, and I'll also be keeping tabs on old Black Quill here. I also heard you would provide protection if it ever came to that. It would seem that I have been sorely underestimated. Wait, who's protecting who from what? Still, I truly believe anyone can turn their life around, even old Black Quill here. Fulbright, save your platitudes for funerals. Get on with your statement. That's the spirit. Justice must be swift and true. I see it in your eyes. There is hope for your rehabilitation and return to the society. I will never give up on you. Prosecutor Blackwood doesn't seem to intimidate Detective Fulbright. But you know what they say, ignorance is bliss. Oh, so that's why Detective Fulbright was assigned to Blackwell? He's so oblivious. Now let's have your first statement, Detective Fulbright. You got it, but first I'd like to say to the defense that justice will ultimately prevail. But the murder? Alderman QB was murdered with a spear that had been on the wall. The fingerprints of the defendant Damien Tenma were found on the murder weapon. At the time, Alderman QB was asleep from a drug he unwittingly ingested. When Tenma attacked his helpless victim, impaling him like a human shish kebab. But the sudden pain jolted the victim awake and he grabbed a statue and struck back. Aww. Alderman QB had been slipped some kind of sleep-inducing drug. That's right, the accused was scared because the alderman was a former pro wrestler who slipped in a truck to make sure he'd be out cold and defenseless. Here's the autopsy report to prove it. Because of that, the victim managed to attack his attacker despite being impaled by a spear. Stabbing a spear, estimate time of death around 3:20 p.m. The victim had been in a truck-induced slumber. Stabbing a spear. Okay. That sounds almost superhuman. Is it even possible? Well, he was a former pro wrestler after all. That spear was probably nothing more than a mosquito bite to him.
Objection!
Not so fast. Don't try to brush it all off by saying the alderman had been a pro wrestler. You really expect us to believe he could fight back after being skewered by a spear? Never heard of the incredible feats of which man is capable of in a pinch, have you? Like the samurai of yore, wrestlers can battle through intense pain. It sharpens their senses. I used to talk about it enough with a former wrestler I met in the clink. I don't know. It still sounds a little far-fetched. Does it now? Then perhaps we should test the theory on you with the edge of my blade. I didn't sign up for this. And so your life is spared. For now. Please let those shackles be made of titanium. I don't want to die. Haha, my investigations are as thorough as they are foolproof, and or my name is in full pride. I'm about to resign immediately if I ever make a false arrest. The accused prints were on the weapon, and he's the one person without an alibi. Quite decisive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Your baldness. The defendant is sounding guiltier by the minute. He has the judge leaning towards a guilty verdict, and the trial has just barely begun. What's more, a curious rumor about the accused is making the rounds. They say he seeks the merger for the purpose of freeing Tenma Taro from his imprisonment. Truth be told, I can't think of no real reason to show interest in that backwards bird. Perhaps he's a complete nutter and really does seek to release an imaginary demon. Either way, he is a raving mad and more than capable of murdering the alderman. That mayor is a strange one, alright. I heard he went to a blood drive, but instead of donating, he tried to make a big trouble. Or there will be no gossiping in my court. Your boldness, please take a gander at those charms blasted across his cranium. I hear they're meant to keep him safe from possession by the demon Temataro. Then again, what the? Perhaps he is already under the demon spell. Behold, the lunatic appears poised to lunge at you at any moment. The rumors and quirks of Mayor Tenma have no relevance to this case. Besides, those charms on his head, they're just a fashion statement, I think. Come think of it, such things don't seem relevant to the case, do they? The prosecution will refrain from dragging our client's reputation through the mud. Oh, what a dreadfully fearsome lass we have here. Phew, thanks for that lifeline, Athena. Careful, Paul, he has the judge dancing in the palm of his hand. The power of suggestion is one of the more powerful tools in Simon Blackwell's arsenal. He's trying to manipulate everyone's impression to suit his objectives. This guy really is bad news. In any case, it seems the victim did manage to defend himself despite being impaled. What sort of weapon did he use against his attacker? None other than this statue right here. It appears to be a statue of two strange creatures locked in battle. Two yokai to be exact. On one side is the nine-tailed fox and the other side Tenma Taro. Quite interesting if you think about it. It's as though this very case were rendered in art. What do you think about Joe being a guest? Who is Joe? Joe Mama! Right, Marcel? I got you. You think did you really think I would get it? Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Man, I didn't hear the TTS, to be honest, though. Oh well, it might be down. Who knows? Alderman Cupid was murdered. Okay, yeah. We need to, let's see here. Let's help me on the wall. How are you doing, though, Marcel? Let me see here. The mayor's blood was found on it, but no prints could be lifted. Hey!
Objection!
Did the alderman really strike the mayor? What? Are you questioning my sense of justice? Your so-called justice needs to find itself a pair of legs to stand on. You claim the alderman struck back after the mayor put a spear through him? But the statue he supposedly used to defend himself creates a major hole in your theory. It would appear that the defense has a counter-argument. Very well, let's hear what the defense thinks is all about the statue theory. There are no fingerprints. There are no fingerprints on this supposedly crucial piece of evidence at all. And if you look at the crime scene photo, you notice that the alderman isn't wearing gloves. Yes, I believe he's quite gloveless indeed. If he touched that statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. I wonder, let me have a sec, guys. I actually didn't hear the TTS. Yeah, you don't really hear it. Oh, give me a sec. That kinda is not good at all. Oh, it stops working. I see. Oh yeah, I need to see it, at some point. If he touched that statue with his bare hands, he should have left some fingerprints. Detective Poopa, you did take that into account during your investigation, didn't you? Oh! This can't be happening. Did I arrest the wrong man? You did, Apollo! You knocked it at full price of his high horse. Well, it's just 1 point in our favor. Who do you suppose clapped the mayor if it wasn't the alderman? Well, it wasn't the alderman. That means someone else must have clapped the mayor. You mean there was a third party there in the Fox Chamber? Exactly, and this could be the big break we have been looking for. There does seem to be a hole in the prosecution's argument. Prosecutor Blackpool, would you care to respond to the defense's assertion? The least you could do is look at me while being dismissive. Your mind is as dull as an unhoned blade, Justice Dono. Justice Dono? He's been watching too many samurai flicks. It will take far more than that to cut down Simon Blackwell. A whelp such as you has no hope against my superior swordsmanship. This is a trial, not a sword fight, Prosecutor Blackwell. There's a perfectly good explanation for the lack of prints on the statue. You might recall that blood-stained cloth found at the scene of the crime. Well, it just so happens that the blood was the mayor's. So, what are you getting at? Oh, you my boy, why was there blood on that cloud? Something real unusual. See that the hole you thought you found is about an illusion. Now let's see, how was that blood used? To wrap the statue, obviously. Maybe the alderman wrapped the statue in the cloth? In short, he wasn't touching the statue directly when he used it to strike back at the mayor. Oh! Precisely. Bully for you, boy. Ah, it was nothing. Polo, don't let him start manipulating you too. You just closed the hole for the prosecution. I did? You idiot. I did. Right, that's a statue wrapped in a cloth would leave no fingerprints is as plain as day. This also proves there are no holes in our theory of the alderman striking back. Oops. Bring a large cloth 2-page. And do you see how dull your mind is? So as the blood from the defendant to me, and it was apparently wrapped in a large cloth on which the defendant's blood must follow the fan. No fingerprints could be lifted from the cloth. I'll make sure to sharpen it next time. A particularly frightening inmate once told me that. He always tenderly honed his blades before he went to work, like the samurai of yore. Samurai sounds more like a homicidal maniac to me. Actually, he was working in the prison kitchen at the time. Wait, so the inmate was a murdering samurai prison chef? It would seem that the victim and his killer were the only ones there after all. I was kinda attached to that hole. Now what? Polo, I just thought of something. If they didn't find anyone's fingerprints on the statue, who's to say someone other than this alderman didn't hit the mayor with it? What do you think of that? Anybody could have not left prints on it. Then who, pray tell, struck the mayor with the statue? Please illuminate us with your wisdom, young lady. That's what we want to answer. The real killer! Prove the existence of this real killer then. What evidence have you? Oh, I'll give you evidence, alright. Athena, are you sure about this? To borrow your words, Apollo, I'm fine. Take a look at this. Black feathers and tracks alleged from Yoka were found at the scene. Believe they are from the third party who struck the mayor with that statue. The defense actually suggesting some sort of monster killed that alderman. That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Objection!
No, Athena, you just lost what little credibility we had left. Ah! You... Sorry. Guess I got carried away. Mr. Justice, we have no time to deal with the objections between members of the defense. Sorry, Your Honor. It's just this kid's still, well, a kid. Ouch. You meanie! I'm reporting this to Mr. Wright. So is this court to believe the feathers and the trucks are from a yoka as you put it? No, Your Honor. Believe they are a fabrication. The real killer wants us to believe some sort of monster murdered the alderman. Interesting. And why do you suppose the killer would do that? Why indeed? Mr. Justice, you seem as new to this as your partner is. Ouch. I'm not reporting to Mr. Wright. Hoy fool bride. Explain to his boldness what these brats are missing. You know, the who and why behind those feathers and tracks. What? You mean you can explain all that? Our investigative prowess is without equal. I'm starting to think I chose the wrong profession. Very well, let's hear about those so-called yokai feathers and tracks. This entire case centers on a one-man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Mayor Tenma panicked when the amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters, so he stoked the village's fears by fabricating a monster. The strange feathers and tracks he planned made to look like Yoka was the killer. Those feathers and tracks stoked the villagers' fears? Absolutely, he knew exactly how to prey on their superstitious minds. Those feathers only gave weight to the idea that the alderman was slain by a demon. The accursed demon Tenma Tarot, that is. Tenma who? Tenma Tarot, the legendary demon locked away in the village's forbidden chamber. From a young age, the villagers are thought to fear the great black feather demon, and thus were they blinded to other, more plausible explanations.
Hold it!
Hold on for a second, before we start letting our imaginations run wild. Isn't there someone else that could be considered a suspect? Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. On the day of the incident, there was a special event held at QB Manor, and as part of this event, there was someone dressed in the likeness of Tenma Taro. Obviously, this person is a much more likely suspect than any legendary demon.
Objection!
Dollard, you are playing right into the killer's mind games. What? Listen here. The feathers and tracks were merely red herrings. The villagers believed the murder to be the work of the real Tenma Taro. However, the police believe that the person in the Tenma Taro suit is the killer. The defendant sought to solve this confusion in order to deflect blame away from himself. However, he was knocked unconscious by the alderman, and thus our mentally deficient mayor was caught red-handed at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Do you honestly believe Mayor Tenma would do something so stupid?
Objection!
The evidence speaks for itself. Fulbright. Right, it was the mayor's last-ditch effort to stop the opposition before things got crazy. The Amazing Nine Tails was fueling both the yokai craze and the anti-merger movement. Plus, he's one of the better-known masked wrestlers and the hometown favorite. That's why the mayor panicked and set out on the path of injustice. But do the people of the Nine Tails Vale really believe a yokai is behind the crime? Yokai sightings are an everyday event there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I must say, a crime that preys upon innocent, impressionable minds. Just saw a particularly silver-tongued inmate once had the following words for me. The innocent of heart are the easiest prey. You don't say. Was this inmate a con artist? No. He was framed for the murder of his beloved. I actually felt sorry for the poor chap. Wait, so he wasn't the predator, but rather the prey? Yes, well. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination. Alright.
Hold it!
Let's see here. But it doesn't seem add up. Doesn't add up. But you say it's true. Why top it off with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman QB? Excellent point. It is, isn't it so, Your Honor? Agrees there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection!
Objection. Objection. Perhaps the killing was a spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't a premeditated? From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is the mayor made a startling discovery. A startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman QB's secret identity. Apollo? I think Prosecutor Blackwood has figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good. This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the Amazing Nine Tails. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my, but why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Your baldness has an epiphany, I see. Our victim Rex QB was the Amazing Nine Tails, and the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder. No! Order! Order! What a shocking development. A motive clearer than a crystal clear? What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they tied the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. At last, we have reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, you baldness? Baldness? I admit it is odd that he had to create this other persona just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your baldness. Right, now take a look at this. Blackmail letter, if you value this dearest life, you will merge Nine Tails Vale with Tema Town. Do not tell anyone about this threat. If you do, consider your... This blackmail letter was found in Alderman Cupid's pocket. What? At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tema go missing right after that Alderman's murder? You think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the Alderman's pocket? It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened. Let's go bring up the creek without a paddle. All right, Mayor Tema would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planting the yokai things. Do not tell anyone about this threat. If you do, consider the rest as good as dead. Okay. He was knocked out, caught by his sudden decision to kill the Amazing Ninetales. So it was the Amazing Ninetales a counter-attack that brought the entire crime to light? Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the Aldermans after planting the yokai evidence, and that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? If you think Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony. Mayor Tema killed the sleeping alderman after planting the feathers and tracks. So I can probably... Sleeping alderman after planting... After planting? No, it cannot be because there's top of the plot.
Objection!
Get it, Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair. What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo. And just what does this prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you they were planted before the murder. The defendant planted the yokai evidence there when was knocked out while killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene.
Take that!
Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes, see how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman? But you said yourself, the mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There will be no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Oh, there must be some mistake. Order. Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked? He's taking this really hard. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Mr. Tema's daughter. The witness Ching see Tema saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was demon Tema Taro. He is the source of those feathers and tracks. Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare to mock this court and justice itself? You are unfit to bear your name, boy. Your boldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Hold it!
Follow, think of something quick before you are held in contempt of court. What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's only this statement here. Jinshi Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around, according to the hall, it was around here. And she saw Tenma Taro fleeing towards the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust. Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else? But the mayor isn't the killer. Once it all set up, the prosecutor is a convicted felon after all. Pull out, and the momentum has shifted in our more favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection!
And it's gone. It is gone. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had a one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Consider this, if that yokai impersonator had indeed fled towards the foyer, that fool and that fob would have seen him. Fool and fob. Oh, you mean Filch and Lebel? Now that mention it. Both Phineas Filch and Florence Lebel were in the foyer at the time, but they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a victim of a scared little girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see the Tenma Taro impersonator pass by? Because they were watching the TV, probably! You know? At 3. And that is 3:20, you know. Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, a caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something. I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait. I don't want to know. Very well then, Bailiff. Please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? The name is Filch. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QP Manor. Oh, and it's for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Oh, it's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. What? But they seem awfully expensive. Yeah, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like you, your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can accept such gifts. Oh, ethics, some smetics. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenma Taro in the foyer after the murder. Okay. At the time of the murder, I was guarded in the foyer just like Mr. Kirby asked. I was making sure no one but fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise could get to our guest. I was still in the office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. I didn't see nothing after the ordinary no sire. What a liar. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was the phantom of a little girl's dreams. So you're telling me this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenma Taro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, and not their butter the truth. And Tenma Taro, bah, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. My bracelet. It's... Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Tanuki, Filch has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell some sort of nervous habit. Filch, what in the... What's a hawk doing here? What the hell? He has a hawk? Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. Tuck! He seems to have taken a quick liking to the courthouse, made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you? You know, in jail? Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathed this trickery and fraud. That queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick or... Oh! Won't be able to spot squad like this. What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished. If that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. There was someone dressed as Tenma Taro there. Filch should have seen him. We just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. Okay. I think I have a very...
Objection!
Very... Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled, something you'd never miss. Oh! I didn't watch that one. No sign I was doing my job just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of them professional types too. I can do double duty watching TV and the four at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be a professional of is professional thief. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe the witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the four at the same time, but that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Very lie. Bold, you say, but I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice. In that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV on the forest simultaneously. Now prove it. Now prove it?
Take that!
Please take a look at the direction of the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer's entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly, and that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and we're not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The backside of the cat? I mean, out of the way around. Order. But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch less than a stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tenma Taro impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? this? I'm not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking up, but his ears were still hard at work, right, Tanuki? They were? I mean, yes, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I wouldn't hurt anyone in the foyer. You'll see the foyer floor and the stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you were saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working more full time, so who's the liar now, you no good shyster? A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you out, Mr. Blackwood, sir. You realize something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing. And them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Village. Teaka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yipes! Please don't hit me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under the penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Okay. It's true I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor there's all creaky, squeaky like no way I ever missed someone walking by. So you see, there were no Tematara in the foyer. What a liar, man. Superstition is the origin of the feeble minds. Understand? A simple rational explanation is best. Forget yokai demons and such. We must use common sense for lacking that our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor who is totally a sign of the end of the times for a legal world. Besides, if there were any yokai roaming around, I'd nap him and shell him to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. That seems to be the general consensus. But I'm sticking to my guns. If we can prove she saw Temataro, the mayor's sure to be convicted. Then we'd better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Alright, let's see here. This one. Sure. Let me see here. You have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I say. Ain't nothing to hear creaky floor. Plus, that Temataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Jingle jangle? How does he do that? It's that staff of his. Oh wait, how does... Oh! That's what jingle jangles. What's he talking about, Apollo? We have a picture of a jingle jangle. Ah, beats me, but I guess Temataro has some stuff that makes this noise. I'm thinking of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? Yet she saw Temataro holding a stuff-like object that made a janky sound. Guess that's the source of the noise then. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Future has Temataro jingle jangles. Would you consider that vital information very important? Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony.
Objection!
Objection. Temataro staff would make a jangly sound, you say? Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you said that you didn't see Temataro on the day of the incident. Why did you assume just now that Temataro would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, Temataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hand. She described it sounds just like you did. That's a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Temataro doesn't use a staff, not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Temataro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right. There's no staff, not even a cane or walking stick. So the question is, why does the witness think Temataro uses staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Well now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Temataro carries a staff. Because he's actually saw Temataro? Mr. Filch actually saw Temataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff. Busted again! Bloody hell, you duplicitous little... Yes, how did that feel, Black Quill? That's so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Temataro that day, didn't you? Well... I'm begging you, please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Temataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do, no way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit seeing Temataro. Even though everyone already knows he did. The question now is why. Mr. Filch is scared to death? Is that why he can't admit the truth? Come to think of it. Lebel, they say you must not gaze upon the Temataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Temataro will claim your soul. She wouldn't admit to seeing Temataro after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone that she had seen Temataro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? So Mr. Big Time City Slicker lawyer has heard about him. Them old village superstitions. Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? People of Time tells well believes some pretty strange things. The superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Temataro. Down straight, that's why. It's all right here. Do not gaze upon Temataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Ignoring the superstition will cause you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. You immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul. See? That's why us folks in Nine Tails Valley can't talk about seeing Temataro. That clears up one mystery. The killer took the advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Temataro costume. They knew that way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. The defense holds that this Temataro impersonator is the true killer. What?
Objection!
Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using some silly fairy tale so easily expose the culprit? You need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that.
Objection!
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Black Quill.
Objection!
Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstition in the link, but few are those who truly believe in them.
Objection!
Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of the Nine Tails Vale. Alive or dead superstition might make even you a believer. On order, I say. You fool of a tanuki. 2 times now your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promise not to do it again. Saka, my fine feathered friend. Have at him! Yikes, he's gonna eat me alive! Head for the hills! He took off? Bailey, what are you waiting for? After him, I'm with your fastest man! That's certainly not something you see every day. Well, would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party discusses the yokai Temataro was at the scene. Now we have two witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Ah. Uh-oh. What? Huh? Oh! His shackles! Ugh! I'm too young to die! Justice Dono. Long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers. What the fuck? Detective, do something! Have no fear, Fulbright is here. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going!
Objection!
They get going already before he kills us! Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackquill, for it is his sense of justice that set him free. Objection! Objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice!
Silence!
Silence! I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, you know... I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So, Justice Dono. Assertion is this. Temataro is the real killer, not Mayor Tema. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman QB.
Silence!
Can you explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? What? He's right, she said nothing about Temataro being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard of a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewed murder victim, the alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tema. Then, what does that little scamp do claim not to have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Temataro inside the Fox Chamber? There is but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tema whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will live here alive. Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you are truly capable of. Justice Dono. Very well then. Both priorities no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo. I obviously wish I could be part of that world. Ariel! Jeez, at least include enough time to wash our hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All late comes will be punished. Sup? What up, mate? How are you? Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackquill the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show, does it? Well, true, very true, very true. Call me Mr. Ariel. Mr. Ariel? You can be Mr. Krabby. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Gotta be careful, Apollo. You really brought out the summer in him. Oh, you changed your name? Oh, you're a Green Ranger. The Green Ranger. What up, Johnny? What up? How's it been? Pretty okay. Especially after you proved there was some Tenma Taro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy in the whole summer act anyway? Such fine swordsmanship, that is no mere act. It's justice, it's high time to challenge this house prosecutor to a duel. No, wait, let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose you could wait till later. Should try playing Assassin's Creed Unity. I already played it. I already played it. You bought it recently and the multiplayer still works. Nice. Does anyone remember we have conducted a trial here? From a Green Ranger, the best ranger, to Ariel the Mermaid. Dean, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Black Crew said, Apollo? Don't be late. Unity for sure had the best parkour in any IC games, no doubt. Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma Mera QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is. Watch matching takes about 2 to 5 minutes max, unless you're doing hard missions. Oh, are you playing on PC or where? What are you playing at? Playing on? Nura Rihun, leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished trait. The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. You play a PC. What is it, my child? Be gone, Nurarihon. Leader of the 100 demons. Use a controller? You think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as the judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of the due process, if you will. My child was the effect. The demon of due process? Not sure I can see that one. Now, you little scam. Yes? I trust you know why you're here. Bags? Bags? Oh, that Trixie Tanuki? Try the noodle stand and go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant your bags. The ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azuki Arai away. Azuki Arai, the yokai that was washes Azuki beans? The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. Azuki Arai often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Looks like Prosecutor Black Cooler got more than he bargained for. They're bad enough alone, but together those two are just plain creepy. Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene. Alright. What Jinxie saw. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw, yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? I don't know, I just don't know. All I know is the room was swimming in yokai. Gasha, Nurikabe, Seto Taisho. They were all there. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We gone from no yokai to a flood of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this? Delusion little scam's testimony? Hold it. Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear, but a quick therapy session should be ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed with Miss Sykes. You sure know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular ball of confusion. But my analytical, psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Bella Quill? Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed? It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. Should be better served by a bearing witness to the sword skills of fortune in a distant land. I'll show you. Alright, let's see. Visit him in the Fox chamber. When I opened the door, I saw. Yes, I now remember. Yokai right there in that room. Found something. Looks like an out of control emotion. Athena, what actually are we looking at here? Oh, this? It's one of the witch's functions. Right here you can see the witch's emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Fortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. Seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess. So all those yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions. Yes, that's right. Her fear has been instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She is seeing a normal everyday object as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. And the trauma is Jinxie's case is fear. Damn. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai? You have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now let's see. Polo, can you point out the yokai on the field of fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Start by probe. Okay. Next point to what causing Jinxie's out of control emotion. Finally probe again. Okay. Let's give this a try.
Got it!
Let's probe. Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on a wheel of fire? That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the Aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly, it's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she's mistaking for Akasha. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on a wheel of fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken this for Akasha?
Take that!
This is what you mistook for Akasha. What? That thing? No. I never mistake that for Akasha. Really? Wait, what? Okay, let's give this another try. The lamp?
Take that!
The light picture, this one right here, it has a flame design and it's up there on the ceiling. There's never a yokai on a wheel of fire. The Akasha you saw was just a light fixture. That's my memory back to normal. Nice job. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be essential to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall-like monster? That's Nurikabe. It's a wall monster that blocks your way or leads you astray. That's the yokai. Jinxie, it's a falling screen. And this raccoon duck isn't a tanuki monster. It's just a statue of one. Look, these are just coffee cups, and this right here is nothing more than a fox statue. I don't know what I was thinking. You think Apollo, her extreme fear is under control now? It was all just my Ivies playing tricks on me. There were any yokai after all? See? A clear-cut statement. It's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. Just like we thought, there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Right, there never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion? Wait, Jinxie? What about Temataro? There wasn't anyone there dressed up as the Temataro or any other yokai either. Remember it clearly now? You gotta be joking! Order in the cart? I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. No! Polo, can I interrupt you freak out for just a minute? Still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. I mean, Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet. Exactly, we should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the new information we have and run an update. Okay. So Shiver. Papa collapsed in a chair. What else was there? And that includes Tema.
Got it!
This seems like an unnatural reaction. Really? Because I don't see it that way. Isn't it We see Temataro in the Fox Chamber. So scared when I entered the room. My legs gave up and I fell to the floor. There in the Fox Chamber I saw Shiver. That includes Temataro? Very interesting. I don't fucking know.
Got it!
The amount of fear you felt is rather low, despite your legs having given up from fright. Something have lessened your fear. Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. Suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Galander's sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look. Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Bye-bye. Sudden burst of courage? Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of inner courage? Yes, there was. But, I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? But there is one piece of evidence that comes to my mind. What if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime? Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this?
Take that!
See, you didn't happen to see a nine-tailed flower there at the scene, did you? Ah, the demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of nine-tails flower on it. I like it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant. Sorry. It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look, your baldness? Oh, this is none other than the master key to the QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. Master key? That went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scam here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Heed these words, or I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scam's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could have used it before, during, or after the murder. She leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is, until Chinzi Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. Just you have figured it out for yourself by now. A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. No! How could this happen? Defense assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations. Tina, are you alright? I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do. This sucks. Sykes, allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? I plan on your client and you misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict for you far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. Well, he's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. Now I'm the one who's updated and confused. Can't even think straight. Alright, let me have a bathroom break. Hey, are you alright? She fell right into his trap. Now I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running short you might be clear and your conscience cleanse. Alright, I'll be back in 10.
Objection!
Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Apollo? Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Alright. The objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena. The court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case? Well... Actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Apollo, you do have something more than your courts of steel, don't you? Not really, but you'll be fine. But... I've got absolutely nothing. But that's never stopped me before. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't. Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is too. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument? You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture. Shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono? Time to do or die, literally. The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room. You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but... it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. Needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple, like they say, simple is the best. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposed that the killer escaped through here. What? Can we hide from here? The hallway door? Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out. It would appear you have already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tema came on scene was within that locked room. How would one exit the Fox chamber and then lock it without a key? I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, keep it simple. Simple, right? Keep it simple. Crazy if the killer had to exit the room with the key, but... Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese still waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked was because... Tema locked it from inside? No, it's locked from outside, perhaps? What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door and locked it. Youch. Consider this, the master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox chamber. The assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside. The key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. Only we could explain both, like how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Black could draw his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight? Slipped it in when the door was open? No, threw it in from the outside. What if someone threw it into a room from outside, you know, something like go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back into the window? That will explain how the master key could be inside the locked room. And where would you throw it from? There is a cliff outside the Fox Chamber's window. Throwing the key in front there is an impossibility. Oh, right. I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window? Could the key have been tossed in through somewhere other than the window? The air ducts, you know.
Take that!
The air vent? Yes. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The Fox Chamber's air duct leads out into a hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox Chamber. Then dropped the key into a room through the vent inside the chamber. That's preposterous. Ooh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Justice? I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. Don't worry. I'll explain it so even you Honor can understand. First, the real killer disguised as Temataro emerged the Dollarman into the Fox Chamber. Then they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do was, after that, was go back to the dock and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing. But I could follow that. The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was dressed up like Temataro. There was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Hey, looks like that lawyer has been the jailbird persecutor. Whoa, that was a total turnabout. That massive forehead of his seems so much more attractive now. Order, I say. Now that I've proven a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence!
A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out of the front door? That's what happened. The killer fled from the ouch. But that is impossible. Without being spotted by the foyer security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Temataro anywhere in the security footage. What? Save for the foyer entrance, there's no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good.
Hold it!
Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. Hey, you're right.
Silence!
Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? Seems you lack not only our brains, but the investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliffs inside of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. No! Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? What the heck, right? Huh. Suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew up into the sunset? That would mean the killer really was a yokai. If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. I mean, we do have it now. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You're saying you can prove the killer could fly? Whoa, I thought I was the one with the cords of steel. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Your Honor, what evidence do you have that the killer flew away?
Take that!
Take a look at this special edition paper. Temataro real or flight of fancy? What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after their murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out the window? Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting... Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer disguised as Temataro flew away, you know, by some way or another.
Silence!
It is your brain that has flawed the coop. That image is not but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Okay, then how about the Temataro figure of Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into the thin air? No, there's a rational common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai our tricksy Tanuki witness never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. She? I don't like where this is going one bit. Now the fact that we know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means that it was likely either Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at that time. Not good, not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Tenma Taro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. Oh, no! Order! The defense will stop competing for the greatest freak out ever. The little scam was, no doubt, simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Prosecutor Blackquill's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out of the window. Did you truly believe this could end any other way? Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one. Bailiff, Caesar, it is time I interrogated her as the samurai of Yorwood. Hold it. Mayor Tenma? This 4 hours is over. How does it feel of seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Tenma Taro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After you had been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull, slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? The defendant intends to confess? Wait. Apollo, Prosecutor Blackquill is up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no! Don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be left all alone. The real killer is... Mayor Tenma's going to confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Cow. Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for. What the... Cow. Foolish mortals. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Bruh. Ready now? Mayor Tenma? Silence! I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold, the return of Demon King. What the... Demon King? Well then, I think it's time for me to... take a vacation! Aha. The witness will... he will explain himself. Are you saying you are the Tenma Taro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro, the one whom you see come to reveal the truth. This child is Tenma Taro, you say? What nonsense. So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? Cow. His body is now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? And that the yokai that Jinxie, Tenma, and the Venus Village saw? And the one captured in the newspaper photo? Those were all you? The accurate power of these wordings charms prevents me from revealing my true form. You boldness? Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be a quite unprecedented Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? You claimed the yokai that little scamso was some third party, the true killer, the one who's escaped from the locked fox chamber, but he was the accused all along. Ugh. Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be a real in the manner of speaking. But the Alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tema. The yokai at the scene? That too was Mayor Tema, or should I say, our dear Tema Taro. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackquill? Seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Temas killed the Aldermans in the Fox Chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charm from the Forbidden Chamber's door. But then he fell unconscious from the blow the Alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter Shinxi Tema stumbled at the scene of the crime. The little scam fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tema Taro, freed at last from the charm warding, he effected possession of the mayor. This newly freed Tema Taro then fled from the chamber, the Fox Chamber. So you see, the yokai Shinxi Temaso was her father possessed by Tema Taro.
Objection!
But when we arrived at the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How's it possible if he was supposed to have flown out of the mayor's window? Then what? Do you mean to say that the mayor of the QB Manor Shinxi Tema was Tema Taro? Oh. Cow. That too is easy to explain. Blew about for a time, did I, but presently tired, I made for the Forbidden Chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the Fox Chamber, and I knew no more. It seemed the pieces are still in place. Is Blackquill up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant our real life? So that rumor about Mayor Tema is true? Maybe you have a real. You mean he really did kill the old alderman just so he could release Tema Taro? Order. Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. Simon says on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming on yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your baldness. This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career, otherworldly in fact. Can yokai even be persecuted under our legal system?
Objection!
Mayor Tema is just pretending to be Tema Taro to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to...
Silence!
This is the dark age of law, where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning. Justice Dunham.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence!
Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clean room, ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. The guilty verdict is all about... Whoa! What's wrong with him? Prosecutor Blackquill, we had enough of your teachings. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in serious violation of that. What in the devil was that? Wright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manners? It seems you found that quite shocking. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. You shall pay for this. I, Simon Blackquill, vow to... Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackquill will remain on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurance, aren't we, Detective? Well, in that case... This concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. To be continued. Alright, that'll be all, I think, for today. My friends, I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for, 444. But yeah, I wish you a happy Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.